Discuss the lecture part of the testicular diseases. Yes? Finish? Yesterday, most of these we have covered. So I think it will be a revision for those who were present yesterday. Okay? These are the objectives. First is cryptorchidism. What is cryptorchidism? It is undescended, failure to descend. It occurs in 1% and right more than left, and 20% is bilateral. And pathogenesis, hormonal abnormalities, testicular and mechanical. This is the photograph of testicular atrophy due to cryptorchidism. Okay? On the left, right is the atrophic testis, on the right is the microscopy. What you are seeing here? This is the normal seminiferous tubule. And below it is the abnormal seminiferous tubule. Thickened basement membrane. This is the Leydig cells. And there is no spermatogonia inside. This one? All this is Leydig cells. This is basement membrane. This is thickened basement membrane. This is Leydig cells. Increase in Leydig cells. This is thickened basement membrane, and you can see here there are layers. Here there is no layers. No spurs. Causes? Yeah. I told you, due to atherosclerosis, there will be decreased blood supply. Second is due to inflammation, due to any cause, inflammatory arthritis, cryptorchidism, and hormonal causes are there, irradiation, malnutrition. Try to remember as much as possible, because if this is asked, you have to write these causes. Okay? Inflammation. Inflammatory and infectious conditions affecting the testes. Specific. What do you mean by specific? Where the cause you can make out. These are the clinical features, these are the signs and symptoms, and this is the cause. Non-specific means you can't make out the definite cause or definite organism. So specific inflammatory conditions, gonorrhea and tuberculosis, they affect the epididymis. Yes? Gonorrhea and tuberculosis affect epididymis, so testis will be normal. Whereas syphilis, it affects the testis first. Remember, this is important. Gonorrhea and tuberculosis, it affects the epididymis first, whereas syphilis, it affects the testis first. Non-specific, that means it is the infection. For example, urinary tract infection is there, it ascends and it infects the epididymis or testis. Like cystitis. Cystitis means? Yeah, inflammation of bladder. Urethritis, inflammation of urethra. Prostatitis, inflammation of prostate. So these also will affect the epididymis and testis. So these reach the epididymis and the testis through either the vas deferens or the lymphatics. Age, if the age is less than 35 years, mostly the organism will be chlamydia and Neisseria. If the age is more than 35, E. coli and Pseudomonas. Just remember these organisms. Okay, morphology. Any inflammation means what you will see?
The 5 signs.
Yes, good. There will be congestion, edema, infiltration of neutrophils. First it will be neutrophils, later followed by macrophages and lymphocytes. Infection rapidly extends to involve the tubules and progress to frank abscess formation or complete suppurating necrosis. Having involved the epididymis, the infection extends into the testis to evoke a similar inflammatory reaction. So first epididymis is involved, later after the epididymis is not treated, the patient is not treated, the testis is also involved. So once the testis is involved means, before the testicular involvement there is no sterility, but once the testis is involved, once the testis itself becomes a bag of pus, what will happen? There will be permanent sterility. Interstitial cells of bleeding are not totally destroyed, so sexual activity is not disturbed, because sexual activity is related to testosterone secreted by Leydig cells. Okay? Yesterday we have discussed this. On the left is epididymis, on the right is testis. So here you are seeing epididymis, which is full of pus, dilated, and this is the normal testis. If this is not treated, what will happen? This inflammation will extend to testis, and the similar things will get in testis also. And once there is abscess inside the testis means the patient will become sterile. So acute epididymis caused by gonococcal infection. The epididymis is replaced by abscess. Normal testis is seen on the right. So these are few points about gonorrhea caused by Neisseria gonorrhea due to neglected gonococcal infection. Development of frank abscess in the epididymis leads to extensive destruction of this organ. In neglected cases, see, in neglected cases, the infection spread to testis and produce suppurative orchitis. Any doubt about gonorrhea? Orchitis means inflammation of testis. Is it clear, gonorrhea? Only just few points you have to mention. Signs of inflammation, it starts with edema and congestion. After that, in neutrophils, macrophages, and if there is no treatment, it will develop into abscess of the epididymis. Even if you neglect that, that inflammation will spread to testis, leading to sterility. Okay. Next comes mumps. What is mumps? Mumps is caused by bacteria or virus. It is by virus. Which virus? Check in the textbook. Mumps is caused by which virus? Okay? Affects school because it is very common. Here I don't know, but in India it is very common. In school going children, they will have swelling of the parotid, followed by fever, or first fever will come with swelling of the parotid gland. And just by seeing that, even the mother will tell, my son is having or my daughter is having mumps, because that is very common. Okay?
How about the treatment?
Treatment, because it is viral, it is self-limiting. Most of the time it subsides. Okay? Testicular, just they give, even if they go to pediatrician, he will give paracetamol, and just you have to wait for 1 week, all the symptoms will subside. Testicular involvement is extremely uncommon in this age group. In postpubertal males, however, orchitis will develop and has been reported in 20 to 30%. So in mumps, there is parotid involvement, but in 20 to 30% there is testicular involvement also. Most often, acute orchitis develop about 1 week after the onset of swelling of parotid gland. Okay. First, there will be parotid swelling. What is parotid gland? It is a salivary gland. The saliva which you are getting in the mouth, the major contribution is from the parotid gland. It is situated here, below the ear. Few points about tuberculosis. Tuberculosis affects first epididymis or testis. It affects epididymis. Almost invariably begins in epididymis and spread to testis. Infection involves the classic morphological reaction of caseating granulomatous inflammation. I think you know, once tuberculosis means anywhere in the body, the features will be same. Caseating granulomatous inflammation. What do you mean by that? Caseation, lymphocytes, macrophages. In tuberculosis, macrophages are called epithelioid cells. Macrophages in tuberculosis or granulomatous inflammation, it is called epithelioid cells. and surrounding by giant cells will be there. See, any granuloma, it will be classic. Anywhere in the body, it will be the same. Whether it is testis or lung or brain or heart, anywhere, it will be the same. Central caseation. After that, surrounding lymphocytes, epithelioid cells, giant cells, and covering fibrosis. Outermost will be the fibrous tissue. Why there is fibrosis? Why there is fibrosis? Because it is chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation, there will be definitely fibrosis. So, you will see caseating granulomas here also, composed of lymphocyte, epithelioid cells, Langerhans giant cells, and caseous necrosis. Complication, if testis is involved and if it is bilateral, then it will cause infertility. Last one is syphilis. Syphilis, what is involved? Testis or epididymis? Testis. Just remember, syphilis, it starts with testis, all other, it starts with epididymis. Testis is involved first by infection. In many cases, orchitis is not accompanied by epididymis. What is the morphology of syphilis? Shankar. Primary is Shankar, secondary is rash, tertiary is gamma. Okay? In microscopy, what you will see, all those are gross. In microscopy, you will see this one, obliterative and arteritis with perivascular cuffing of lymphocytes and plasma cells. What do you mean by this? A blood vessel is there, okay, and arteritis means some organs they have the supply and arteritis. After that, some organs they have collateral circulations like that. And arteritis means, what is arteritis? Arteritis means inflammation of the arteries. So you will see surrounding the arteries collection of lymphocytes. Okay? Perivascular cuffing of lymphocytes means any blood vessel is there, surrounding the blood vessels, you will have collection of lymphocytes and plasma cells. What are plasma cells? Modified lymphocytes only. Okay? You will see lot of lymphocytes. So the production of gamma or diffuse interstitial inflammation characterized by edema and lymphocytic and plasma cell inflammation. In other words, syphilis is nothing but chronic inflammation. Okay? You will see collection of lymphocytes. And these lymphocytes you have to check around the arteries. Okay, all infections are, infection and inflammation is over, and it's very easy to remember. Syphilis involves testis, others all involve epididymis. Okay, morphology, you have to mention features of acute inflammation followed by chronic inflammation. Okay, because these are most of the time the patient they neglect this. Okay, in late stages they will go to the doctor. Okay. Next comes the torsion. What is torsion? Twisting of the. Yeah. So what will happen? The venous drainage is cut off. Twisting of the spermatic cord typically cuts off the venous drainage of the testes. The thick walled arteries remain patent so that the intense vascular engorgement will be followed by hemorrhagic infarction. Yesterday I think we have discussed this. Yes. Because of torsion, arteries, it will supply the blood, the veins, it can't drain. Because of that, there will be collection of blood. Later, because of the infarction, there will be hemorrhagic infarction followed by necrosis. Bilateral anatomic defect where the testis has increased mobility give rise to what is termed bell clapper abnormality. What is bell clapper? Bell clapper. You write this word and see. Because if you see, you will know what is bell clapper. If I explain you, it is like this and how it clap like that, you will not understand. Bell clapper abnormality is seen in torsion of testis if it is bilateral. You will get on that, don't worry. Morphology, depending on duration of the process, the morphologic changes range from congestion to widespread extravasation of blood into interstitial tissue to hemorrhagic testicular involvement. See, it is very easy. If you just think, you can write. Once there is blockage of blood, what will happen? The blood from the vessels comes out. So there will be initially edema and congestion. Later, the blood it oozes out into the interstitial tissue and cause hemorrhagic infarction.
The blood for vein only.
Yeah? The blood of the vein. Oh, see, I told you yesterday also, blood is going from the artery, okay? But the venous drainage is cut off. What will happen? Yeah?
Only the venous drainage.
Yeah, venous drainage is cut off. It does not mean the artery will keep on supplying. At one stage, even the arterial blood also will stop. Okay? For example, I will give you an example. There is no door there. Okay? That means the venous drainage is cut off. And if this door is open, the student they can come inside. But at one point, there is no question of entering because if the hall is full, how can this?
But after the artery cut, after the artery block, does this go in ischemia?
For that reason, yeah. For that reason, all this happening, ischemia, infarction, all this. And this type of infarction is hemorrhagic because it is not due to arterial cutoff, it is due to venous block. Is it clear?
Yes.
You understood this?
Yes.
I think in infarction, in POD block, we have discussed there are two types of infarct, hemorrhagic infarct and peri-infarct.
Yes.
Peri-infarct is due to arterial cutoff. Like in spleen, we have, if you remember, I don't know who took this infarction, me or someone else.
No, you.
Okay. In spleen, you will see wide infarct area. Why? Because the arterial blood supply is cut off. Whereas in lung has dual blood supply. If you cut one supply, blood will come from other side.
Yes.
So that is hemorrhagic infarct. There you will see reddish infarct. Okay. So here also same, it is hemorrhagic infarct.
Another one on the group?
Pale infarct. Pale or white. Is it clear? Okay. In late stage, testis is markedly enlarged and is converted virtually into a sac of soft, necrotic, hemorrhagic tissue. This is torsion.
Accumulation.
This is bell clapper. You just check. I think you will get in net. Yeah, but it is accumulated in the hemorrhagic infarct. The last is tumors. I think by this table only we will discuss. Okay? There are two types in classification. One is germ cell, second is stroma. Sex called stroma. Germ cell means from the germ cell. In this, it is again divided into two, seminomatous and non-seminomatous. Seminomatous is seminoma and spermatocytic. Non-seminomatous is embryonal carcinoma, yolk sac, choriocarcinoma, teratoma. Seminoma, yes.
So homogeneous.
The last benches. Yeah, seminoma, because in objective the morphology you should know. Morphological differences of all these tumors.
Will define.
Yeah, seminomas you will get homogeneous
Masses.
and it bulge on cutting.
Yes.
Okay. Microscopy,
Clear
cells, distinct cell borders. What else? Lymphocyte
prominent
infiltrate. Okay.